What's up, guys? My name's Doofus McDooface, and let's talk about the brand new patch of Legion TD2 Season 2026. It has actually been released. They released it earlier, so as you're watching this video, it is now live. You can still sneak in a couple of 1v1s if you play quickly enough. They had the 1v1 that was supposed to actually be going on while ranked was down. But ranked was only down for about 2 days, day and a half, 2 days. I guess everything went so smoothly that they were able to push it out early. But new season, awesome stuff. Number one, new unit. Number two, two new masterminds. I have played this unit, so I'm not talking out of my butt. Scrappy, Impact, Swift. It is a ranged Holy Avenger. If you want to look at it that way. Also, you could look at it just as another catapult. It's another catapult, 650 range. The one good thing, and at first I really didn't think it was good, I changed my mind. I absolutely changed my mind on whether it was good or bad, because it saved my butt. Wind Up. It is the veteran stim ability. You know, when you pay 20 gold and then the veteran does more damage, higher attack speed, and it's ranged. Well, you can do that same thing with Scrappy. With heroic Scrappy, that is, not the unupgraded. Heroic Scrappy, you can wind up. It's 50 gold, so you better darn be right. It better darn be right, knowing that if you know that they're gonna send you, even if Scrappy is bad on that wave. It does splash damage. It has more attack. It really ramps like crazy. So that can absolutely save your butt. It is actually really cool. To predict and defend against your opponent's send. If you know it's coming, save your butt. In addition, the way that I really like playing it is if you get to like wave 18, 19, 20, 50 gold is nothing at that point, right? I mean, it's literally like it's placing a tier 2. Tier 2s are worthless. Fairly worthless by that point, right? So you can literally just do it every wave. Every wave, wind one up. Maybe not two, but at least wind one up. Really doesn't take that much. So I really, really like that new unit. Shepherd, one of the two new masterminds. Shepherd, and it did get a slight buff on the damage, but we'll get there. Shepherd, no income, no gold to start with, just 250 and 0 income. But you start the game with a sheep. It is a movable unit the entire game. Imagine you have a warg, a lower HP warg. I mean, it is impact natural, but this is just for an example. Imagine you have a warg the entire game that you can move across the board anytime you want to. Actually can be very useful. You can push workers harder, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. In addition, you don't have to waste gold on tier 1s for like fixing your split on wave 5, fixing your split on wave 7, and then so forth. You know, your POTA is going to die on a ranged wave, so you need to adjust the split. Well, this doesn't cost you anything, right? So it can be very good. Also, the cheese strat that has been talked about with Shepherd is Aura Legion spells. If there is an Aura Legion spell in the game, you can put the Legion spell on sheep and then move the aura around the entire game. For example, as described by Jules, you could have a bunch of Zeuses in a circle, right? Put the sheep in the middle, and you'd have Magician Zeuses. But then the game's getting later and later. Let's say you have gates. So you would go from putting the sheep in the middle of some Zeuses to, okay, now let me put it in between 6 Hellgates, right? So as the game gets longer, you can tactically use the sheep to adjust the Legion spell, the hero, whatever aura, magician. You could also do that with anglers. They said you, and it's pretty nasty, but you really could. You magician the sheep, have anglers around it, make them into full kingpins, and then you would move the sheep over, put another 6 anglers around it, make more kingpins. Nasty, nasty. So there's some cool stuff with Shepherd. But let's be honest, Evolution is the better of the two. And they actually buffed it, in my opinion. I'd say they accidentally buffed it. They might need to revert it, but so evolution. You start now with 3 income and 3 gold. Except evolving costs 12%. I think they should just left the income and gold alone, but that's besides the point. So yeah, evolution is when you have a unit fully upgraded. So this would be a Hades, right? You've upgraded Lord of Death to a Hades. You've upgraded a Mass Spirit all the way to a Hellraiser. You've upgraded even just a Bone Warrior to a Fire Archer, right? Because that is the max upgrade. Then for now 12% of the total value of the unit, right? So Fire Archer would be 12 times 80, which is what, 16, I think, something like that. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I'm my math is not good. That's like 10 gold actually. I was way off. Something like 10, 12 gold. I don't know. But in any case, that's the cost it is to evolve the unit. But it literally gives the unit champion. It literally gives unit champion better than what champion was. So, I mean, it's just crazy. Evolve is really strong. You're going to see a lot of evolve videos from me. The damage reduction, the attack speed, it's just game changing. It's literally just game changing. Everybody's spamming it. I mean, honestly, I really want to pull up. I mean, I guess I could just pull up Drakbot real quick. Sorry for the white. If I pull up Drakbot, I bet, right? Yeah. It has more games than almost the next 4 combined, right? It has almost more games than the next 4 combined. Everybody's playing Evolve, Evolution, whatever. It is crazy right now. It really is nuts. But it's fun. It's fun. So it'll be interesting to see what evolutions are the best. Like, should you go with tanks for the damage reduction, or should you go for like the Hades and the Star Callers? So they have like crazy attack speed. Things like that is pretty cool. Can't do it on Sakura. Sakura is being discriminated against. Let's be honest. Sakura is being discriminated against, unfortunately. But yeah, that's really cool. There's so many freaking masterminds now. They had to add a new screen. Pretty funny. If you hit your ranked goals, you get the Sun God Nucleus. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Most masterminds, not all. There's some that don't. Most masterminds now have a extra option in your initial roll and in your reroll, which is pretty cool. Caught me off guard. I played a couple of games and I didn't realize that there was 11 units. Didn't even like catch my mind. But when I rerolled, I was like, whoa, 5 units. Like, it's just interesting how the initial roll didn't catch me, but the reroll did catch me. So, unfortunately, because of evolution, which is pretty much champion on steroids, they did buff it and nerf it at the same time. I really think that -10 should go bye-bye, but that's just me. Damage reduction and attack speed goes from 10.25 to 15%. So it's 3% better than evolving a unit, but you get hit by a penalty -10 after wave 10. Champion, I'm gonna guess is not gonna be played for a while. I could be wrong, but like, why would you play champion if you just wait a couple of waves? If you're wanting to have a Lumerian, right? You want a Lumerian, you could literally have that Lumerian with champion, right? Wave 7. And then you could have a second Lumerian with champion. And then you could have 10 units with champion, right? So, I mean, and then you get penalized. So, I'm a little sad that champion got hit by that. I think if they took that away, maybe it's okay. But evolution kind of destroys champion. Minor went back to the 235. I like that. Stash really got hit hard. Stash got absolutely obliterated, which I'm actually happy about because I don't really like Stash. I kept losing to people playing Stash. But man, it got hit hard. Income 0 to 2, so now 2 income. Your starting stash is much smaller, and your stash gain per wave is decreased. So pretty rough for stash players. Sorry guys, but you guys got obliterated. I mean, this is not a nerf. This is a decimation. Starting with 8 less gold per the stash. 31% reduction of your stashes per wave, and all you get is a measly little 2 income. Yikes. GG's. GG's stash players. Atoms and nucleus and protons get attack speed. Cool. Pack rats. The cheese doesn't work anymore. I don't know if anybody saw it. There was a cheese where if you just had all pack rats and you hunted them every wave, you really weren't getting. You were getting the penalty of mythium. Your mythium is generating slower, but then when the pack rats came up, it didn't affect the 11. So they changed it to now where if you have not enough value and you full pack rat early game, you get your mythium cut in half from the pack rats. So that was small change to people that were trying to cheese. Gate Guard Harbinger, slight buff. Royal Guard, health decrease. Kingpin, slight buff. Rogue Wave, damage decrease. Pipsqueak, Crab Warlock. Oh, I didn't see this one. Oh no. Oh no, I don't like that. And this is kind of sad because, as we'll get to, that Feast is back in a different way on the later waves, which make Crabs weaker. So Crabs got hit fairly bad when you think about that and Feast. Chieftain, Vulcan, Sovereign is a little bit weaker. That one hurt. Hydra, more damage. Love it. Damage decreased by Hermit. Who cares? Blah, blah. Wave 13. I mean, a lot of these are not massive changes until I would say right here. Right here, I'd say fairly big change with Feast. The easiest way to think of it is imagine you had 10 consorts, or imagine you have 10 buzzes on wave 18, and you're just spamming them. Every time that the whale chief kills one of those buzzes, they're going to gain max bonus health, right? So it actually adds up a lot. It actually does add up a lot. So spamming cheap units late game is no longer as strong after wave 18 or starting on wave 18. So you definitely got to be careful about that. Their health did decrease to try to offset it, but you still got to be careful. And that's about it. Hyper carry. I do know they're really, really talking about hyper carry in Mini and Wumbo. For the couple of people that, actually there's a lot of people that play Classics. For those of you that do play Classic, hyper carry, there's a discussion to bring hyper carry back into Mini and Wumbo, and maybe just make it hyper carry as the start. Mini and Wumbo would be hyper carry, and I'd be okay with that. I really did like the hyper carry. But I think that's it. There was the two changes. One, as I said, was to evolution getting slightly nerfed, and then Scrappy they changed. It does more damage, has less health. But yeah, I'm really excited. I don't want to give it up, but I've already won my first 4 games of this season, so I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty excited. Gonna hit top 10 at some point. And yeah, we'll keep trying these new masterminds, trying the new units, and let's have a good season. Let me know what you guys think about the new season. Anything that interests you, makes you happy, sad, or how's your games going so far? But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.